Hi everyone! Today I'm working on a gift for my Swiftie sister. So if you're my sister, don't watch this. She hates YouTube. She's not watching. But my nephew might tattle. So if I'm talking about you, don't tattle what I'm making. But anyway, today I'm making a gift for a Swiftie. So this is actually a CD player. And I find that it looks like the piano almost, her acoustic piano. And so it looks like a record player, and it will stay open if you have it on a flat surface, but you can also close it and it still plays. I think the audio sounds better that way. I'll show a little clip of it playing, but I tested it with this Taylor Swift CD, so I don't want to get copyrighted, so it's just going to be mute. But I am going to paint on top of it to look like the acoustic piano, and I'm using my ornament I got last year as a reference. My sister owns the same one. And I also have the vinyl case, show picture here. So I'll use that as a reference. I just practiced drawing them a lot, so I would get them right on the thing. So on the side, I'm going to do it only on the bottom, and then Taylor Swift's signature here, like it is on the vinyl case. And on the top, I'm going to paint it up. Wait, no, I'm going to paint it up this way, so when you put it up, it goes the right direction. So, watch me paint.
Just a warning, there's going to be like some flashing in the background, so if that triggers you, I'd recommend skipping this video. I apologize, I was watching TV while doing this, and it flashes a lot. But anyway, the tools I used for this project were just some poscas, because it was way easier to do this than just break out a paint palette and do it very, very slowly with a tiny brush, because the surface was so small. I'd have to use a tiny brush and it would have been much more difficult, whereas my poscas already have a fine tip, so this was so much easier. But if you don't have poscas, I'm sure you could do it with acrylics, since that's what poscas are anyway. I'm just lucky that I have so many color varieties, but again, you don't need them for this. And I started with base colors, and then once that dried, I went in with the shading, because I didn't want them to blend that much, because I wanted them to pop out. Due to Taylor's, kind of looks like it's almost oil paint, even though it's not, because it looks like the flowers are literally jumping out at you. So I wanted to give that effect without making it be physically layered and possibly affect the noise quality. That's why I also did not paint on the sides where there were speakers, and only did the front and top side. I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out, though on the top I did it the wrong direction, which still upsets me. I hope my sister doesn't mind. I don't think she will, because she'll just be excited to get something Taylor Swift anyway. But I wanted it to open up the right way, so it would be... I'm struggling to explain this, sorry. When you pop up while you're listening to it, it would be the right direction. However, if she shuts it, it will be the right direction. Kind of like a laptop, you want the stickers facing downward so everybody can see it, but this way you can only see it upwards when it's down in shut position. But she'll probably have it in the shut position more than open, and also the sound quality is better when it's shut, so maybe she'll have it shut more often. And I really need to not think about it that deeply, because flowers can grow in any direction, so it looks great either way. And really, that's a motto for us. We can grow in any direction. We'll look good no matter what, right? I hope that made sense. It probably didn't, and now I'm rambling. I did the same thing as I did on the bottom, that I did the flat colors before I did the shading. The top was definitely easier to do because I had more space to work with. And I found it really fun because I could add even more flowers. So I didn't base this one off the small tiny decoration. I based this one off the actual piano. So it would look more like the piano and not just the ornament, because due to the piano being so small, it doesn't have the original orange flowers like the original actual size piano. So I looked up the piano at the Era store and I tried my best to replicate it onto this, and I think it turned out really good. Definitely not as detailed as the original one, because again, this is not a grand piano. This is a CD player, so of course I don't have as much room still, and I was worried it looks a little overcrowded. However, when I sat back and looked at it, it luckily looked like the suitcase vinyl holder that Taylor released. It just didn't have as much space at the top as the record player holder suitcase did. Man, that was a mouthful. I don't know how I'm supposed to describe it. I could just say the suitcase, but I'm worried you guys won't get it, and I apologize. Then at the very end, I add white highlights to really make the leaves pop out, which you don't really do this in traditional art, but I was in a silly, goofy mood, and I thought it would really make the leaves pop. It would be cool to do a comparison of what an actual suitcase record player looks like. This one is mine. It's a regular record player. It's not great for your records because it doesn't have a full coverage of the bottom, so it can cause your records to warp a little bit, but I got it for Christmas last year, and it still works, so it's good. I'll upgrade when I have enough money, okay? Your girl is not rich. And this is the reveal. Everyone, if you made it this far in the video, maybe consider liking. You watched it all. Okay, that came off rude. Sorry. But thank you for watching it. I hope you liked me making this gift for a Swiftie, and hope you enjoyed the reveal. Sorry, I just got distracted by horns honking on my railroad tracks.
That was a little distracting. What a way to end the video. Thank you so much for watching. Most importantly, everyone, stay weird. And maybe subscribe. Okay, bye.